power inside you. One power, and women who can touch it. We protect the world.
I've already discussed Lan and Moiraine meeting Alanna and Liandrin, Carin Sedai healing Moiraine, Carin Sedai's death, this round city being Shadar Logoth, etc. in the first part of this video. In this video, I'll discuss the Logain vs Moiraine fight, Mat and Rand running from someone, probably a city guard or one of the Children of the Light, Nynaeve and Egwene being attacked in Baerlon, etc. I also noticed a few more details while editing this video, so I just added them as notes in the pictures. For example, the drying clothes in the Perrin and Hopper scene, Mat's sack full of treasure, etc. It's not necessarily Mat's treasure, but who else would be stupid enough to do something like this? And he's still my all-time favorite character. Anyway, so if you don't wanna miss these teeny tiny details, stay tuned to watch my frame-by-frame analysis of the second half of this trailer. Hello everyone! Welcome to Ultimate Book Maniacs, the one-stop for book and TV series reviews. The last frame I discussed in the first part of this video was Shadar moving toward Perrin and Egwene on the parapet walk. Let's move forward to the next frames. Then we see Rand aiming an arrow at something. Then we see Mat in Shadar Logoth with his dagger. No, I'm not gonna spoil anything here. Then we see Rand, Perrin and Egwene in Shadar Logoth, and we see Shadar cover one of the statues, probably of Mordeth or Bolwyn. This is probably where they will get separated from Lan and Moiraine, because in the promo picture, Lan was walking away from this very statue with an injured Moiraine. Then we see Egwene coming out of the stairs on the parapet walk of Shadar Logoth. But when Shadar would start coming down the parapet toward them, Rand and Egwene will have no choice but to go back down the stairs. This is where you can see they are surrounded by water. Then we see Mat is looking scared and someone behind him is trapped and probably dead in a cage. The body isn't rotten, so it must be someone who died recently. But I can't guess who he is. He doesn't look like a Trolloc, but he is also not the Children of the Light. Can you guess who he is? Then we see a wolf, probably Hopper, growling at Perrin, and then we see Perrin looking back at him. I tried to figure out any details in this one, but it's too dark. If I had to guess, I think they might be at the inn in Baerlon. I just can't picture them getting this intimate in Two Rivers. Otherwise, the women's circle will have Rand's head. Then we see Mat and Perrin somewhere in Shadar Logoth. After that, we see Tam giving advice to Rand about how the wheel keeps turning, about how time will change everything, saying that no matter what pain we face, the wheel keeps turning. And then we see the celebrations of Tine in Emond's Field. They are dancing in a circle. Then we see Moiraine, the green and red Aja, surrounded by the Aes Sedai dead bodies. They have put a burning candle on each of the body. And if you'll notice, in the clip where Stephen is crying and kissing the ring, the flames are leaping up to his face. So it seems like they will use Shadar and the candle to burn all of their bodies. Then we see an aerial shot of the hall of the tower, and Swan is heading towards her seat, which looks more like a throne by the way. Moiraine is standing in the center, surrounded by the red and green Aja. So my guess is, this scene will take place after they have escorted Logain. Then we see a murderer, probably chasing Rand and the others. Then we see someone, and I think it's Nynaeve, judging by the sleeves, holding a knife at Lan's throat while Lan says, "The Dark One is coming for you friends." Who do you think it could be? Then we see a murderer with an army of Trollocs marching behind him. After that, we see Mat and Rand running from someone. My guess is, this is Baerlon, not Emond's Field, because you can see an armored soldier looking at them as they run, and this looks too big to be Emond's Field. And has someone built a fire behind Mat? Also, Mat's arm seems to be in a splint, so maybe Mat would break his arm. And in the next frame, you can actually see a soldier running after Mat and Rand. Is it just me, or does he look like a child of the light to you too? Then we see some people who look like civilians, aka not in any kind of uniform, attacking someone. As I have said earlier, I think it's Logain's army who will attack Alanna and the other Aes Sedai. No civilian would even dare think of this, let alone attack them. You can see Lan fighting one of them in the next frame. I think it makes sense. If Logain had gathered such a huge army, it seems unreal that no one would be loyal enough to try to free him. Then we see Logain gathering the One Power. In the next clip, he used Sidene to attack the Red and Green sisters who were keeping an eye on him, and he will break out of his cage. I think one of the sisters on guard would be Kareen Sedai, and she will be killed by Logain. It would definitely explain why Stephen would look so mad when he will attack Logain in the later clip, but I'll discuss this later. Then we see Nynaeve being scared during the attack by Logain's army. You can see Stephen's two-sided axe behind Nynaeve. Then we see Moiraine enter the White Tower and everyone is turning to look at her. Then Swan says to Moiraine, "The last battle is coming," which is followed by a glimpse of the Trollocs. And then, "The only thing that matters is what you did." Then Moiraine says, "Whatever happens now, there's no turning back." And then we see Moiraine riding. After that, we have another shot of Lan, probably looking at Nynaeve, and then Logain's army rushing towards the Aes Sedai and Nynaeve. Then we see Nynaeve and Egwene ready to fight. At first, I thought it was the Trollocs' attack on Emond's Field, but when I zoomed in, you can clearly see an armored soldier behind them. I guess they need to run too, just like Ran and Mat, because I think they are in Baerlon. Anyway, coming back to the clip I was talking about, it seems like Logain will kill the sisters watching him and will break free. Do you know what this means? We'll get to see a Logain versus Moiraine fight using the One Power. Judging from this frame, despite being injured, it seems like Moiraine will win and will be able to restrain Logain while Stephen will attack him with his double-sided axe. They are not in a pavilion, so it seems like while the Aes Sedai were staying in the pavilion, they were keeping Logain in an underground cave nearby. You can see the roots of the tree above Logain. Then we see Lan and Moiraine fighting the Trollocs in Emond's Field. Then we see a lone rider heading towards the Whispering Inn while it's raining. It's most likely a murder because in the next clip, you can see Lan and Moiraine fighting the Trollocs together. If you look at the ground, it's wet. It seems like Moiraine will bring down lightning, which will strike the tree at the center of Emond's Field. So, these were all the details I noticed and derived from this trailer. Did you miss any of these details? If you want to watch more such videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon. This series will come out on 19th of November. So, what did you think of this video? Don't forget to tell us in the comments. If you like this video, please click on the like button below, share the video and subscribe to my channel. Have a great day. Bye bye. See you in my next video.